lot of young fighters, up-and-comers, a lot of up-and-comers. And now those up-and-comers, now they're champions. You know, Spence was one of the first ones that was up and coming on PBC, and now he's going to be he's in the brink of being a star. So boxing is in the best part right now that it's been, thanks to PBC and also MMA is losing a lot of fandom.
Very cool. All right, thanks, Chris. It's good to have you back, and best of luck this week.
Hey, thank you, D. Have a good one, man.
My pleasure.
Our next question is going to come from Keith Buhari from PBC. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Chris. I was wondering, you mentioned this being your last run and doing it right. Could you tell us specifically what changes you've made this time in preparation for this fight?
The main thing is that I know that John Pierre is a very crafty fighter, very a young fighter and a fighter that's very hungry, and for that reason alone, man, I had to get my cardio up. I had to make sure that I started boxing again. And what I mean by boxing, I mean being a boxer, not being a brawler. Being able to move, being able to chase a man down, and being able to be light in my feet. Because this man he's a good mover. He's a good fighter. He's one of, like I said, one of those crafty fighters that are gonna try to stick and move type of things, and I'm gonna have to be chasing them down. So I got to make sure that my cardio's up. I have to make sure that I'm able to go the 10 rounds at the pace that I want to go. So the main thing is my cardio's up. My sparring, the sparring is the most important thing because, shoot, you could run a marathon, but that ain't never gonna get you ready for a fight. So sparring, a lot of good lefty sparring, young kid in Oscar Torres and fast hands. So that's one of the main things that I had to work on.
Great, thank you so much, and all the best to you.
Hey, thank you, brother.
And that's the last question for this group.
Excellent. Okay, thank you very much, Lisa. And just want to add, I saw actually Chris last week at the Garcia gym. My reaction was the same reaction as everyone else who was at that gym. It was, wow. I have never seen Chris in such an incredible shape. Physically and mentally, I think you heard that today. His comments as well on this call. This is the best Chris Arioli I have seen, and that is exactly what he needs to beat the undefeated Jean-Pierre Augustin with 17 wins and 12 knockouts. So I can't wait for this fight, and I know so can't Chris. Thank you very much, Chris, for being on the phone, and I'll see you in Dallas tomorrow.
All right, thank you, guys. You guys have a good one, man. I'll see you, Richard.
Thank you. Do we have Mikey on?
Yes, I'm here.
Excellent. Hi. Hey, Mikey. So when we first announced this fight, Spence versus Garcia, virtually everyone picked Spence to win. In fact, Spence was in the Vegas sportsbook as high as an 8-1 favorite. Now we have fight week. The odds have clearly changed. In Vegas, we are slowly but surely getting close to a 50-50 fight. This morning while I was having my coffee, I had some news flash over my screen. It was from ES News, who asked the three iconic boxers, Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Floyd Mayweather, about their picks. Here's what they had to say. Mike Tyson, oh man, forget it. Mikey Garcia is the man. He's just great. I was telling my wife, watch this. He's one of those special fighters who comes along once in a long, long time. Sugar Ray Leonard, Mikey will beat Spence this weekend. You know why? Because he's Mikey. Floyd Mayweather, I want to see Mikey Garcia, and I don't care what I have to do or what it takes. He will be undisputed world champion. Now, I saw Mikey this weekend at the fight in Carson, and what jumped out at me was his calm confidence, something you cannot learn. Something which was instilled in him through his family legacy. From these early days on, when he could barely walk, he was already throwing punches in his parents' living rooms. We all have seen these pictures. Since then, he has become a 4-division world champion. But since then, he has as well captured the hearts and the minds of fight fans and sports fans. And with this crossover fight, this coming Saturday, he wants to capture the hearts of the general public. and show everyone that with hard work and determination, anything is possible. Or as we say in Spanish, si se puede, yes, we can. It's a pleasure for me now to introduce to you the legendary 4-division world champion, the undefeated Mikey Garcia. Mikey?
Thank you, Richard. Good morning, everyone. We're fight week now, and the fight is just a few days away, so I'm just very happy, very excited, and can't wait to get in the ring,
Excellent. Any questions for Mikey?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions at this time, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. Again, if you have any questions at this time, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. And I'm waiting for callers to join the queue at this present time. Our first question is going to come from Carlos Toro from Fightful. Please go ahead.
Thank you, and thank you, Mikey, for being on this call and talking to us. My first question is, I know you've pretty much kind of mastered the art of moving up and down in weight classes, effortlessly, it seems. But for this fight, you're moving up from lightweight all the way to welterweight. Has there been a bigger emphasis on building up your body to handle Spence's power at welterweight for this camp?
Yes, there was a bit more of a physical change, and we needed to make sure that moving up to welterweight would be a good decision by adding the proper weight in the right areas, the right amount of muscle mass. So that's why we did go those 5 weeks up to Victor Conte and Snack to work on that. We wanted to make sure that we gained the weight the right way, but we also didn't want to lose the speed. We did not want to lose the reaction time, the explosiveness, and that's what we worked with Victor. They made a program that could help me, gain a little bit of mass, but my reaction, my reflexes, all the things that I will use on fight night.
Richard said on a conference call last week that the winner of this fight between yourself and Errol Spence should be considered the new pound-for-pound king in boxing today. Do you feel that way? Do you feel that the winner of this fight should call themselves the best pound-for-pound boxer in the world today?
Well, look, when I took on this fight and I wanted to get this fight, I was not doing it for any reason other than to prove to everybody that I'm the best and that I can fight anybody, and I'm not, scared to fight anybody. And even in the welterweight division, I'm willing to move up to welterweight, and just be considered one of the best. And if that puts me number 1 pound for pound, then that's extra. That's another accolade. But there's no other fighter doing what I'm doing. There's no other fighter moving up in weight, and back down and back up and skipping weight classes, fighting nothing but champions, undefeated champions. No other fighter is doing that. So, when you talk about pound for pound, well, I'm actually proving it. I'm doing it in different divisions. So, that's kind of why people will remember me for, that I was willing to fight anybody in any division. Whether you put me number 1 pound for pound or not, that everybody has an opinion, but there's no one else doing what I'm doing.
You know what? Just want to add on this quickly. You know what I think is important when you look at the fact that Spence and Garcia are both right now top 5 pound for pound fighters. They're both undefeated. They're both champions, and there is no other pound for pound fighter who really has a signature win like Garcia would have if he beats Spence, or Spence would have if he beats Garcia. These are 2 prime fighters in their absolute prime, and I think that is what will elevate them, the winner of this fight, to pound for pound the best fighter in the world, and that's why I do call it the coronation in Dallas.
All right. Thanks, Mikey. Best of luck on Saturday, and thank you, Richard, for adding your 2 cents. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
No, thank you. You're welcome.
Our next question is going to come from Matt Ryan from Fight Sports. Please go ahead.
Hey, Mikey, good afternoon. To kind of piggyback off of Carlos's question before, you're moving up 3 weight classes. Is there any worry about it affecting your stamina or affecting it's going to be a 12-round fight. Errol Spence brings a lot to the table. As Mr. Schaefer said, 2 of the 5 top 10 pound-for-pound fighters in the world. What about this fight do you feel conditioning-wise you've been able to attune moving up 3 weight classes?
Well, look, we did all the work with Vicky Conte, like I mentioned, for those 5 weeks with the snack team. And then we finished my training camp here in Riverside with my brother. We got all the sparring in. We got the best sparring with big guys that can really push me and get the best out of me, to be in the best shape possible. We also worked with Nashville welterweights that are fast and quick and slick, just so I can be sharp and explosive. So I have all the confidence in all my abilities. I have all the confidence in my boxing and on my abilities because I know I did all the work. I know I'm in great shape, and I don't worry about the size. That's something that I was willing to challenge myself and prove to everybody that you don't win fights just with mere size and weight. There's a lot more that goes into it, and that's why I chose this fight to overcome that challenge and prove to everybody that I'm the best.
And it seems like you thrive on pressure. You've gone up and down in weight before. There's a lot of scrutiny on you, not only for doing this, but it's also a major pay-per-view main event. You're fighting in a stadium. You're fighting against another pound for pound. Do you feel the scrutiny pushes you forward and allows you to fight at an elite level?
I think I need a fight like this to get the best out of me. I need an opponent that will challenge me, that will push me, and is matched, almost identically to me. Like I keep telling people, he resembles, a lot of his fight, it's almost like similar to me. Like it reminds me of myself. He does everything well. He's very effective. He's strong. He has very good footwork, good combination. Very similar to the way I fight. Nothing crazy flashy out there like the flashy speed or hand speed or footwork, nothing like that. But everything is done very well, very effective, and I need someone like that to allow me to perform to the best of my abilities. And that's why this fight is so important. And that's why it's such a big fight. It deserves to be in the stadium. It deserves to be, getting all this coverage and all this attention because you hardly ever see 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in their prime, undefeated champions fighting each other. It's rare that you get that, and I totally knew that this is the fight that I wanted, and I'm just very happy that I was able to secure it. And we're only a few days away from me, making history.
And coming out of this, just my final question, Sean Porter retained his title this past weekend. There's a lot of big names in the welterweight division right now with championship belts. Not asking you to look past the fight, but when you look at the welterweight division, do you feel yourself sticking around after this fight, win or lose?
Oh, I'll definitely have options. A great thing of my position is that I can, move up in weight, come back down. I'll have options. Different names, different divisions, and I'll look to see who the best, name, who the best fight, for me, is. If it's at a lighter weight class, I'll move down. If it's at welterweight, it's stacked. Welterweight division has many names, many great fighters, so I could possibly stay here. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm very happy to be in the position that I am.
All right, thank you so much, Mikey. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Our next question is going to come from John Gatlin from TheRealFight.com. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Mikey, I just wanted to ask you, when was it exactly that you decided you wanted to challenge yourself against Errol Spence? Was there a specific performance that you saw where you made the statement to yourself, you know what, I can beat this guy? When did that happen?
Look, I was watching him fight Cal Brook, and I saw him, really turn the fight around and show to everybody why, he's a world champion and why he deserves all the credit. And then I saw him fight Peterson, and we were watching with my dad and my brother, and I told Robert, my brother, and my dad that, after a fight or two, I wanted to fight Spence. And, they all, thought I was, crazy and just joking, but I was serious. I told them, when I move to welterweight, because I'm coming, I'm going to move to welterweight, I will fight and challenge Spence. I saw his fight with Peterson, even though he did great, I just feel that there's a lot more that I can do, and still haven't seen it. People keep asking, what did I see in him? Was there a particular fight, something that I saw in his game, some holes in his game? No, it's not even about that. It was just what you guys still haven't seen in me, and I know what I can do and what I'm capable of, and that's what I'm betting on. That's exactly why I took this fight, because I know there's a lot more to my game that you guys still haven't seen.
That is amazing. They're obviously really two big welterweights, Kell Brook and Lamont Peterson were. And speaking of Lamont Peterson, that's really the last time that we saw Errol Spence. Not disrespecting Carlos Ocampo, but during that fight, we saw the damage that he inflicted on Lamont Peterson. Matter of fact, his corner had to rescue him. I wanted to ask you about your response to this. I asked Errol during the press conference a few days ago about statements from Derek James regarding him saying that, look, your brother and your father are going to have to make a decision with respect to how much punishment they allow you to take. You just mentioned that you had to convince them to take this fight. Now that we're a few days away from the fight, how convinced are they now that you can go out there and get this job done? And what do you feel about the statement that Derek James made?
Well, I mean, that, Spence and his camp and his trainer obviously have the confidence, and that's the mindset that they have to be in. They're champions and they believe in themselves. They believe in the fighter. Just like my dad and my brother, have always been in my team, my corner. They always believe in me, and that's why we did take this fight. My dad and my brother wouldn't allow me to take a fight if they didn't believe I could pull it off. If I had enough to do this, So they analyzed the fight. They analyzed and studied Spence more in depth, and they both agreed that I definitely have everything that it takes to beat Spence, and that's why we're confident in our boxing and my training, and that's why we're here.
All right, Mikey, best of luck. See you in Dallas.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to ask a question, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. Again, if you would like to ask a question at this time, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. Our next question is going to come from Luis Cortez from the weigh-in. Please go ahead.
How you doing, Mikey?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. This is obviously your first time fighting in Dallas. When you fought Juan Manuel Lopez, you hydrated up after having the struggle making the featherweight limit to about 140, 142. So how now that you are going to try and settle into the welterweight division, does that play into the fact that naturally your weight when you would hydrate from the lower weight classes was kind of around that welterweight limit? Did that play into how you went about building mass for this fight?
Well, I'm naturally a smaller guy, so yes, we have to build a little more mass, a little more muscle leading up to this fight. But we did not want to compete, against Errol with size and muscle. I want to use my other talents. I want to use my other attributes, like my speed, my reaction time, my explosiveness. Like I keep saying, there's a lot more that goes into winning fights. And I did need to gain a little bit of weight for that reason to move up to welterweight. But I don't want to be, just look slow and sluggish. We wanted to make sure that we kept all of my speed, my footwork, and everything. And I feel very good with the results. We had a great training camp, and I don't think the size is what I'm gonna be using. So that's what we focused on making sure that everything else was done, the right way. And I'm just very happy with all the results.
Cool. And then to follow up with that, how is that playing in with the use of your jab, as far as like your timing and all that, as being able to use your jab as a range finder? I mean, how has like the result of the weight gain and all that?
Look, we make sure that we work on the things that we will need on fight night, and we have to figure out how to use my range, my timing against a bigger guy, against a left-handed fighter, So we had to pick out, some different things like finding the range and the speed, the timing. We had to make adjustments, but I'm just very happy with everything. We had the great sparring partners. We had, like I said, a few natural welterweights that have speed and skills, and we have some guys that are bigger and stronger, way bigger than me, just so that I could be, prepared for whatever Errol Spence brings on fight night. I needed to make sure that I was in the best shape and I have the best training camp, and I'm just very happy with everything.
Okay, great. Thanks, man. Good luck.
No, thank you. You're welcome.
Our next question is going to come from Erica Montoya from Milano, Oreo. Please go ahead.
Sí, buenas tardes a todos. Quisiera que me comentaras un poco acerca de lo que significa para ti como peleador latino, como peleador mexicano, el hacer lo que nadie más está haciendo. Subir la división, pelear con peleadores invictos, pound for pound. Para ti, para tu familia, ¿qué significa todo lo que estás haciendo?
Bueno, mira, gracias, Erika. Mira, es una pelea muy grande, muy importante. En realidad es una pelea para mí, pues ahorita es la más grande de mi carrera. Estoy contento de poder estar a solo unos días de hacer historia, de dejar mi marca en el boxeo. Ser campeón en 5 divisiones, pues sería lo máximo, y es por eso que lo tomé, porque quiero demostrarle al mundo que tengo mucho más que ofrecer que lo que han mirado. Soy un peleador de muchas habilidades, de mucho talento, y necesito este tipo de pelea para poder demostrarlo. Yo quiero, estoy dispuesto a pelear con lo que sea y tomar cualquier reto necesario para demostrar lo grande que soy. Y es por eso que la tomé. Entonces, mi familia, mi papá, mi hermano, yo, todos estamos pues muy contentos de poder estar aquí y a punto de hacer historia y pues romper récord. Entonces, es lo que me emociona más y me llena de satisfacción.
De alguna manera,
Mikey,
tú...
Wait, 1 second, Erica. Mikey, could you recap that?
Erica asked, how this fight, how does it feel, for me and for my career and my family, what kind of imprint and legacy this will do for me. So my answer was that this is, the biggest fight of my career, and it's I'm very happy and very excited to be able to do this with a few days away from making history, where I will definitely leave my legacy and my name in the history books. We're about to make history. Being a 5-division champion is no easy task, and I'm the kind of fighter that gets motivated by challenges. Challenging myself to move up to welterweight, is huge, and I'm going against every other's opinion. And it's just going to be great to be able to prove to everybody that I'm much more than they have ever expected or ever seen in me. So I'm just very happy and excited to be here. It fills me with lots of excitement to be able to accomplish this, with my family together. It's just unbelievable.
Mikey, mi otra pregunta, muchas gracias. Mi otra pregunta sería, tú serías el primer mexicano en tener 5 divisiones conquistadas. ¿En dónde agarras inspiración o de quién agarras inspiración para llegar a hacer algo que no ha hecho ningún otro mexicano?
Mira, yo estoy haciendo todo para demostrarle a todo el mundo, no nada más a mi raza de México, pero a todo el mundo, todo aquel que mira el boxeo, le quiero enseñar que Mikey Garcia pues es mucho más grande de lo que ellos esperaban, y es por eso que estoy tomando estos retos. Mi inspiración es nada más pues dejar mi marca, dejar mi nombre, mi legado, así como todo lo inició mi papá cuando él comenzó de entrenador con Roberto y con Fernando Vargas. Después mi hermano Roberto lo ha continuado como entrenador, ha sido uno de los mejores entrenadores. El nombre de García ya está en el boxeo, pero ahora me toca a mí dar más de lo mío. Ya he conquistado campeonatos mundiales, pero todavía quiero más. No me quedo conforme con esto, porque yo sé que hay mucho más que lograr. Yo puedo demostrarles que soy mejor, y es por eso que la tomé esta pelea. Pero pues sí me da mucho gusto que me apoya mi gente y que toda mi gente me está respaldando, porque pues si yo puedo motivarlos a ellos, inspirarlos a que todo es posible, y que le echen ganas en lo que sea desde su vida, pues eso es ser un campeón. Para mí eso es la dicha de ser un campeón, no nomás arriba del ring, pero también fuera del ring.
Muchas gracias, Mikey.
Mucho
éxito.
Our last question is going to come from Kenneth Buhari from PDC. Please go ahead.
Yes, hi, Mikey. I wanted to know, you mentioned it's fight week, what your daily preparation is like, what your daily routine is in the lead up to the fight.
Wow, man, just lots of rest. Look, we did all the hard work in camp already, all the hard runs, sparring, all the tough, part is done with. This week, we like to rest as much as we can, just kind of wait patiently. But, we'll still do a little bit of workout, just to stay loose, mainly like a stretch, nice good stretching and just to keep our body flexible. We don't want to injure ourselves by punching anything hard or doing any strenuous activities that could, hurt me for fight night. So just some light stretching, maybe some light shadow boxing is all we need.
Are you expecting to come significantly under the welterweight limit? Do you have to cut weight? What are your expectations in terms of that?
No, you know what? We did the work with Snack, and I did gain weight. I was up at 160 actually at one time. But then as we started training and sparring, we noticed that I was getting too big. Or at least I didn't feel, at 160 I did not feel as comfortable as I could. So we started to get more sparring, more training, and the weight came off just because, that's the way, we started working harder. And I'm very comfortable right now. I'm very good. We're just big enough to be a welterweight, but not, big enough where I won't be slow and sluggish.
Gotcha. Now, did you say you went up to 160 or 150?
No, 60.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for that information.
All right. Before I'm going to turn it over to Mikey to make a few closing comments, I want to thank you all from the media. It's Fight Week. We are excited. Can't wait to see you all there. Starting tomorrow, Tuesday, March 12th at 5 p.m. Dallas time, Central Time, at the Renaissance Dallas Hotel, the Fight Hotel. We will have the fighter arrivals and a media workout. So I'll see you all there. I want to thank the team, Tom and Brittany and Lisa and everybody, and all of you guys from the media. Let's go to Dallas and let's go and break some records and let's go and make history. Thank you very much. Mikey, closing comments?
Well, like I say, we're about to make history. So make sure everybody, comes in and watches the fight. If you can make it, live, it's going to be amazing. The energy is going to be amazing, and just the whole experience, to be able to be fighting at the AT&T Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys, in front of all my fans like that. And when people talk about some of the greatest, you talk about the Ali Frazier, you talk about Duran, Leonard, and Leonard Hagler, and some of these big fights like that. Well, this is going to be one like those. It's going to be one of those fights. So we obviously invite everybody to come out and watch this live. And if they can't watch it live, then just make sure they tune in on pay-per-view, because it's one of those where you don't want to miss. Honestly, it's not going to be something that you wish you missed. So make sure you watch. Make sure everybody is excited for this. It's going to be history. Saturday night we're making history.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Mikey, and that concludes the call today, and I'll see you all there. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, Mikey.
Thanks, Mikey.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining. You may all disconnect and have a great day.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me? What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, man, I didn't even try to answer a question this time. I seen some people in the comment section. They're like, "Give Ego a chance." I didn't even try because they don't let me answer the question, or they haven't let me ask questions because I probably didn't do enough calls or something. Maybe you gotta call into everyone so they get familiar with. I don't know. I'll ask questions when I get there to Dallas, so I wasn't worried about it. Plus, man, I'm hella tired. This easy work. Listen, I'm not gonna keep this long. I might cut it off and do another live stream, so it's kind of really this. I just want to have my closing thoughts on the the call-in conference call. It was light. Once again, some of the media seems like afraid to ask questions, like, really just kind of scared, and some people seem like they just want to be heard. Like, they're asking things just to get a question. I hope I don't get to that point. So I don't know. I don't know if it's like, I don't know. I can't judge everyone's situation. Maybe this is what I do full time. So, I know what's going on and know the sport. I've always watched it, that type of thing. I don't know. Maybe this is like part-time gig for certain people, and some of the stuff that's being asked is just like, I see why these fighters get like tired of like media days and conference calls, because it's just all the same. Yeah, thank you, Mikey. See you later. Weird stuff like somebody said you're moving up 3 weight classes. It's where 3 weight classes? What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, he's technically moving up. Well, not technically. He is moving up 2 weight classes from his last fight. But people it's like they're trying to over-exaggerate this. Mikey has fought good names at 140. Like, stop it. Stop it. Like, people are making it sound like he's really, like, he has good names at 140. Real talk, he might even have better names at 140 than he does at 35. You get what I'm saying? To be honest. Because his best names at 35 are Dejan's Latitianen and Robert Easter. His best names at 140 are Sergey Lipinets, who's about to fight Lamont Peterson, and Adrian Broner. And, you could say whatever you want about Broner and Robert Easter. But the reason I said Broner has fought better names than Robert Easter. He's fought the bigger names and he's fought at bigger weights. So for Mikey to beat Broner in the fashion that he did, before Pacquiao, who just recently fought him, I think that was a very good win for him, especially as the man coming up. But yeah, I don't know what dude was saying. He said 3 weight classes. What? So we gonna see. Damn, the Felipe dude got clapped. I seen him talking, like, trying to stir up shit. Listen, my thoughts are simple. I respect Mikey. I respect Errol Spence. May the best man win. A lot of you fans are like too emotional, Like, it's like ridiculous. I get it, passion and, race and national heritage. Yeah, but some of you guys be doing too much. Bottom line is Mikey stepped up to the plate. Errol accepted the challenge. We have a fight. They're both good. They're both exciting. So really that. May the best man win. It's going to be a big fight. Mikey hyped me up when he referenced all these historic fights. Leonard Hagler and Leonard Duran and all this stuff. Ali Frazier. And said this is a historic fight. That's why I'm thankful, man. I'm just thankful to be in this position where I get to travel, doing what I love. I used to work for other people, work for companies and stuff. So I'm just happy to be taking a part of history. So I don't know. Maybe that's why my chill level is different than other people. People be taking this like super personal. Oh, Mikey did it, saying racial slurs, and it's really not that serious, especially when a lot of the people who do that wouldn't do that in the physical to people. You know, you're not gonna go around. You're not gonna go to Dallas and be pointing at people, calling them monkeys and stuff like that. So what's the point? It's a good fight. Both of them, you know. See, my thing is this: there's people in boxing who, in my opinion, they are making moves that aren't necessarily the best for the fans. So why would I have nothing but the utmost respect for Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia and what they're doing? You get what I'm saying? Like Tyson Fury just bailed out of Wilder negotiations. Wilder's probably forced to fight his mandatory Dominic Breazeale. You know, Dillian White can't fight Dominic Breazeale to establish the number one mandatory. Tyson Fury really went out here and like kind of fucked some shit up. You get what I'm saying? And you know, ESPN's rewarding him for it, paying him handsomely. He's probably his next fight, if I had to assume and had to take a guess, probably not gonna be something that I would have, you know, selected. So, you know, there's issues like that in boxing. Why would I be mad at Errol Spence or Mikey Garcia? They're, you know, or Canelo and Jacobs. You know, people have a lot of like misdirected anger and hate, and it just shows me that they're not comfortable with their lives. Because when you're truly comfortable with your own life, you know, you have less and less reason to probably do that. Like, I love my life, you know. I'm still working at things, but yeah, I'm not mad at Canelo, Jacobs, Spence, Garcia. Like, these dudes are all doing what they're supposed to be doing. See you there. Don't be acting funny and shit either, Ego. Get out of here, bro. Motherfucker talking about don't be acting funny. What? Who are you, though? Like, I really don't even know who you are. You talking about don't be acting funny. What? Anywho. Yeah, man. This is just a good fight, all in all. So, you know, I might do another live stream after this, but I just want to keep the press conference kind of separate. So, I'll let your boy. Oh, Hamza said he sent something to the PayPal. Where did I? Oh shit, Hamza with the dropout. Shout out to Hamza. He just sent a super chat via PayPal. I got it. Hold on. Let me see if he has a message. That's really weird. I don't know you either, but I be watching your show. Okay. That's what's up. Appreciate it. He said, keep up the good work. I got some ideas for your channel. I have to take care of some business, but then I'll email you in the near future. Bet. Let me know. I'm always trying to take the channel to the next level. He said, dude said, bye, Mikey, like a chick. Hey, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. He was like, don't be acting light-skinned on me. These dudes are suspect. Hey, bro. Y'all tripping. Hey, I'm out of here. I might do another live stream if y'all want to talk. So, come back. Check out that Teofimo Lopez sparring. The review that I did. You know, it's about to go down. Fight week. You know, I'm going to do some stretch. Like, get up and stretch. They might do another live stream. Holla at me.